Hi, training the core muscles is something that is so important for overcoming back pain. But it is one of those things that a lot of people get it wrong. In this video, I will help you to understand what the core is and how a strong core can help with injury prevention. And in the next video, we will take a look at how to train your core effectively. To put it simply, the core muscles protect your spine by contracting to increase the intra-abdominal pressure, like an inflated balloon pressing against the spine and protecting it. Our core muscles become dysfunctional when we sit for a long time on stable surfaces. The core muscles are not required to stabilize our spine, and over time, they become atrophic and weakened. Consequently, we rely on the more superficial muscles, those that are designed for movements but not for postural maintenance. Unlike the deep core muscles, these superficial muscles compose primarily of type 2 fibers. They are strong but are quick to fatigue. So if we routinely use them to stabilize our spine, we could easily overstress them, and the formation of trigger point within these superficial muscles is a common cause of back pain. Core strength is important because any movement that uses the whole body requires a strong core to stabilize the spine and to transfer power between the upper and lower halves through the pelvis. The core is often misunderstood as being only the rectus abdominis, commonly known as the six-pack. The reality is that the presence of a six-pack has very little correlation to how strong your core is or how well it functions. And while all the crunches in the world might leave you feeling great, they are relatively ineffective and can be hazardous to the health of your spine. Training your core as a prime mover alone, that is crunches and sit-ups, means that the deeper stabilizing muscles are getting neglected for the more superficial ones. Essentially, the core should be trained to protect the spine and surrounding musculature from injury while performing static and dynamic movements. For example, if you need to be able to run, lift weights, or even just pick your kid up without throwing your back out, you need the ability to effectively produce and transfer force while maintaining stability in your spine. We need to understand that there are two distinct, yet independent systems that enable our bodies to distribute forces efficiently. These systems include the local muscular system, also known as the stabilization system, and the global muscular system, the movement system. Let's now take a look at the muscles of the spine. The muscles of the lower back help stabilize, rotate, flex, and extend the spinal column. Put simply, there are three layers of muscles: the deep, middle, and outer layer. So it is the coordinated contraction of these muscles that determines the level of safe and effective core function. The movements of the spine can be divided into two categories: physiological and accessory. Examples of gross physiological movements include flexion and extension of the torso. Accessory movements occur alongside physiological movements but take place within each vertebral segment. To control these intricate motions, there are a number of smaller, deeper muscles in close proximity to the spine that connect one vertebral segment to another. The middle layer, this local muscular system, is the prime component of the core musculature. It comprises of muscles that are predominantly involved in support and stabilization of the spine and do not provide gross physiological movements. This layer includes the diaphragm. This dome-shaped muscle separates the thoracic and abdominal cavities. It contracts downward and helps create intra-abdominal pressure to stabilize the spine. The pelvic floor, a group of muscles at the base of the pelvis to hold the organs and provide a sling running from the back to front, from the bottom tip of the spine to the front of the pelvis. Transversus abdominis is the deepest of all the abdominal muscles and forms a corset around the trunk region, lying deep to the rectus abdominis. It functions by drawing the waist in, compressing the abdominal contents, and increasing intra-abdominal pressure to stabilize the spine. The multifidus starts at the base of the spine and extends up the second vertebra in the neck. It functions to take the pressure off from the vertebral discs and to create padding between the vertebrae so the body's weight can be distributed evenly. It also helps to provide rotation and extension of the spine. These middle layer muscles co-contract to raise the intra-abdominal pressure so as to stabilize the spine. This forms the working foundation from which the limbs can function safely. The outer muscle layer is predominantly responsible for movement of the trunk and extremities, and it primarily consists of large superficial muscles such as the rectus abdominis, latissimus dorsi, and external obliques. As I've mentioned before, if the muscles of the core do not contract in the right order or the deeper core muscles lack strength, these lead to an over-reliance on large, more superficial global muscles to stabilize the trunk. And dysfunction of the core is therefore a common cause of lower back pain. In the next video, we're going to take a look at the most effective way to train your core effectively. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe, share and comment. Please also hit the bell so that you will be notified of any new future video release. If you're interested in improving your health and fitness, and if you want to prevent lower back pain, please take a look at my book, which is now available from Amazon. Thank you.